Have you ever heard that if you eat right and you exercise, that you'll be happier?
I think that's just propaganda from skinny people, to be honest with you. I've never met a happy skinny person.
Yeah, they're pretty grumpy.
They're all hangry.
The skinnier, the grumpier.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I think happiness is proportional to how fat your ass is.
okay. I get so just food. Food's the key.
I do. I think food's the key, man. Think about it. Like, dogs are happy when they're eating. So, like,
Dogs are happy when they eating.
When they be eating.
When they be eating.
Yeah, because they be eating.
Yep.
Yeah.
I get that. I think I'm at my happiest when I'm eating Chinese food. That's my favorite. I think
Best Chinese restaurant in Portland. Go.
Empire.
Oh fuck! That didn't work.
Really, nigga?
There it is. It's the first N-bomb on the podcast, and I didn't say it.
I didn't
Thank
either.
God. I was like, am I going to be the first one to do
I don't
this?
even think Empire's really Chinese food sometimes, man.
Yeah, well...
Because, dude, they have a freaking egg roll Reuben, which is delicious. Empire's delicious, but, like...
There it is.
They have an egg roll Reuben. How Chinese is that, man? That's New York.
Yeah, they do a little fusion. They get a little fusiony, but that's fine. Are you thinking... They got... you ever go to Cheesecake Factory?
No, I've never had the opportunity.
They do weird stuff like that. I remember they had, like, egg rolls, but with, like, buffalo chicken inside. I mean, it's good. They're just like, let's take the thing that you like on the outside and then just do different fillings.
Yeah, because nobody likes chicken.
Yeah.
or pork. Chinese. I feel like Chinese food, though. There's a nice Chinese food down the road for me that does pretty good teriyaki. Forget what it's called, though. China Taste.
Yeah.
Shout out China Taste.
Yeah.
You had a bad experience?
No, it's fine. It's just, I mean, it's pretty run of the mill.
I think it's pretty good. Have you had their teriyaki chicken with some white rice, dude? Get you right.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'll eat just like any Chinese. I pretty much like all Chinese food. It's all been pretty good to me. I've been into it since I was a kid. That was like the first like ethnic food I ever tried.
Have you ever heard of have you ever heard of culinary diplomacy before?
No, what is it, Mo? Please enlighten me.
I'm making this shit up right now.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. No, so in Thailand, they give out a special grant for Thai citizens to open restaurants in other countries to promote Thai culture. So that's why no matter where you are in the U.S., almost no matter where you are in the U.S., you can find a Thai restaurant because the Thai government has supported it economically with these grants for
That's
years.
Pretty cool. I like pad Thai.
Pad Thai, which is like not even really Thai.
I know, but it has Thai in it, so doesn't it count?
Yeah, and peanuts are totally Thai food. Yeah. Crushed peanuts on top of soggy noodles.
They love soggy. They love crushed peanuts. You know who likes crushed peanuts? My baby.
What the fuck?
She loves them.
She loves that baby.
She loves crushed peanuts.
Is she allergic? I thought she was allergic.
What are you, crazy? What are you, crazy like Jay-Z? Just doing rhymes over here. Doesn't
I don't think Jay-Z's crazy, bro.
Really?
Right.
That timing is really good. Oh, dude, that upset your dog.
I know it's bad.
Oh man, where are we today?
I think we're probably in China. We are in China.
What part of China? China's huge, man.
It's not. It's very small. There's one place. It's Hong Kong.
We're in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Dude, Hong Kong's not China. Hong Kong's free.
Beijing.
I believe in liberation. Free.
I don't know. I'd go to China. I've heard it's pretty cool over there.
I know a guy who biked all throughout China in the 80s.
They got a big ass wall. I was doing some math on that wall.
You do math
I do math.
and math?
I was doing some math about that wall, and a lot of people died making that wall.
A lot of people have to die to make good shit.
Um,
Think about a Toyota.
we were doing some math, and so if you look up the length of the wall, and you calculate the number of deaths by the length, you get to calculate deaths per mile of Great Wall of China. And then you can kind of compare that to like other big structures that have been built and how many people died building them. So it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Like there's like if you're ever really bored, which I'm sure you are, because we all are sometimes, but do the math.
Do the math on human
See-
misery, despair.
Find out how many people died by the length of the wall. It's very interesting to think about it that way.
It's not all about length though, but like it is. It's a myth that you can't really see the Great Wall from space. Like it was all Chinese propaganda.
Really?
It's not real.
Oh no, I was hoping to go to space so that I could specifically look at the Great Wall. I was gonna say, phooey to all this other nonsense out here, but man, let me look at that big old wall.
I know who you voted for.
Who did I vote for?
Based on your love of the wall.
I
dude.
love the wall. Who's a wall? Who's bigger wall guy than me?
Biden. Biden's a huge wall, dude.
BB bye bye.
breaks those walls.
He's
Oh,
fine. He's probably not fine.
He's dying. He's slowly dying.
What would you build a very large structure, and what would it be?
I have in Minecraft. I don't know, like the biggest structure I could build. I don't know, man. I'm scared of heights.
No, but I mean, like, would you? Is there something big? Like, would you want to do a big statue? Would you ever want to do something like that, like a big old, like a tower?
It'd be cool to have a
in
huge
the shape of
statue
your own head.
of Biggie Smalls, dude.
Biggie, wasn't he
New
dead
York.
before you were born?
Yeah. No. When did he die? 98?
I think he died in, I want to say like 94.
Yeah, probably when I was born. It's the same year.
Jeez.
I was born in December, so it's... you missed it.
I didn't want to push it.
Nah, but like think just life size. Life size. This is not an N-word pass. I feel like this is making you too comfortable. You're getting too comfortable. I'm gonna take the button away.
You taking the button
I'm
away?
taking the button away.
I only pushed it once because it was you had it out there. You wanted me to push it.
Too comfortable, man. Oh, jeez, getting too comfortable. I have to do something for my race, for my people. Yeah, no, dude, a giant sculpture of Biggie Smalls, or like a Cat in the Hat sculpture, you know?
Yeah, you big Seuss guy.
I'm a Zeus guy. Go, dog, go. Bars. Bars, dude.
Let's hit us with some bars. Some go dog go bars.
Go, dog. Look at that dog go. Go, dog, go. Bars, dude.
Did he
All
say
the
bars,
places
dude?
you'd go.
Did he say bars, dude?
Do you want me to pull up, dude? I'll pull up Go, dog, go. You want me to read excerpts of Go, dog, go?
Yeah. Start your screen recorder.
Really, nigga?
Okay.
I spelled dog D-A-W-G.
Did you? Why would you do that? So you're gonna.
Dude, they made an animated series of Go, dog, go.
Well, it's your favorite show, dog show. So you do a cat in the Hat, Dr. Seuss thingamabobber.
Dude, that's such an old book. Jesus.
It's been around.
Okay, let's go. It's not even by Dr. Seuss. It's by P.D. Eastman. Who the hell is that dude?
Mo's just he's like trying to do statues for guys.
Dog. Big dog, little dog. Big dog and little dogs. Big dog and white dogs. Hello, hello. Do you like my hat? I do not. Goodbye, goodbye. One little dog going in, 3 big dogs going out.
Oh, what does that mean?
That sounds like a dorm room train.
Yeah. Wow. Man, I think I just became a man.
I think you're a big boy now.
I am. I became one.
You're growing up before my eyes.
It's so nice to be.
Keith, can I run a question by you that might be a little insensitive?
Yeah, I'm an open book.
Okay. If you could,
Yes.
how much height would you gain?
What am I? 5'5"? I wouldn't go maybe 2 feet.
So you'd be 7 feet?
Almost 7.5 feet tall.
I don't think you can handle 7.5 feet tall.
What do you mean?
I don't think you can handle all that pressure. That's
What do you
pressure.
mean?
I am 6.
Do you know how? If I was 7'5", I would have been the greatest basketball player
You think that
to ever
you
exist.
think that,
And that's all that matters because they can't put this to the test.
Were you an okay basketball player at one
Yeah,
point?
I played horse. I've played horse. You ever
Never
play
even
horse?
played pig. You just played horse.
I played horse. I'd finish horse before these little turds are finishing up pig.
No, but I'm talking like magically tomorrow you become 7 foot. Do you think you can handle that pressure? I'm not talking about, living your whole life at 7 foot.
Dude, are
get
you
used to that? But tomorrow morning you get the growth spurt you've been waiting for.
Okay, you know what? First thing I do, I'm 7'5" tomorrow. Guess what I do? I go outside. I just start high-fiving everybody. Dude, everyone, I'd be like, high five, buddy. Just kidding. You are small. And then I just tap him on the head. I'd be like, maybe later, Or you know what I could do? I'd carry around a step stool. I'd carry around a little step stool, and I'd let everybody get up on it so they can high-five me.
So
I
you
want to
wouldn't
bring
get
people.
on it to be
Maybe
even
I bring a
higher.
step ladder. Oh man, yeah. And then I might. They sell some shoes on Instagram that make you look taller. I might even pick up a pair of those too. Go
Dude,
up from
being
7'5"
tall-
to maybe 7'7".
I'm telling you, being tall,
Yeah.
as someone who's 6'3",
Yeah.
when I lose weight, sometimes I'm 6'5".
That's so cool that when you lose weight, you gain height.
Dude, it's crazy. It's like your back relaxes and you can stand up taller. But like,
Man, if I lost weight, I'd be like 48 feet tall.
dude, yeah. You just need to lose like 50 pounds. You'll be taller. But no, like, it's a lot of pressure. Being
Why?
tall.
Tell me why.
Dude, you go into a place,
Yeah.
they know you're there.
Yeah.
If you're over 6 foot, people know you're there. They notice you. When you're
that's true.
When you're a little guy, you can sneak in and out of places.
I am a little sneaky.
You could commit
I
crimes.
sneak around. I do crimes. No, I don't really do crimes.
You can't do crimes when you're 7 feet. They know who you are. They're like, go to the 7 foot guy. He's in town.
So you're
There's only 2 of them in the state.
So you're telling me I should be, I should stay small so that I can commit crimes. And
I'm saying you
I
should
should-
appreciate your small. Maybe it's like Freaky Friday.
I get
Remember
it.
Freaky Friday?
Go ahead, regale me.
The mom and the daughter switch.
Sounds pretty
switch-
good. Okay.
Switch places,
Oh,
right?
Okay, not so good. Yeah.
And they realize it's tough to be on the other foot, and they have greater appreciation.
They're each a different shoe,
I don't think you'd last a day.
and they're going on a different foot.
They're each yeah.
I think I'd last a day at 7'5" as long as my legs didn't give out.
See, you're gonna have to deal with back problems. Tall people got back problems.
Do
you
they?
got back problems?
Yeah, of course I do.
No, you don't. Get out. You're small.
I do. My back's screwed
so
up.
small.
No.
Come on.
It's
Gravity's not hurting
It's because
you.
one time I fell out of a seat in Vegas. I smashed my back.
For real?
I think so.
You don't remember?
I feel like I can trace it back to that day.
Ouch. I'm sorry about that, man.
That
was my prejudice against small people.
No, it's cool. I'm used to being prejudiced as a small man. As a small man.
Nah, dude, I wouldn't.
I'm high five, and I'm helping old ladies get stuff off shelves. I probably just hang out at a grocery store just so that
I hate that. I hate the fact, you know what? Just because I'm 6'4", you can't just come up to me and say, "Can you help me out with something on the top shelf?" Bitch, I don't work here. Get a step ladder.
Really?
That happens so often, dude. You
Do
walk
you-
around,
now-
and people are like, "Do you want? Can you help me get that on top?" I'm like, "Why don't you?" God told you to go to the bottom shelf. God told you to do that. You don't have to go to the top shelf.
No, please tell me. What is the normal race of the person asking you this?
It's always a white person.
Is it a white
it's like they're
lady?
reliving something.
Is
Never
it
had a black woman be like, "Hey, can you help me go get the thing on
Is
top?"
that
No.
is that because she's like Medea and she can slam dunk grab the cereal off the top shelf?
She's resigned herself. She knows I'm a short person. I get bottom shelf shit. You know, it's just who I as a short person. And it's really Americans, man, because like an immigrant's never gonna ask you that. They're gonna be like, "Oh, God told me right here. I'm gonna get this thing right in front of me. I'm
Okay.
not gonna bother the tall guy."
Now riddle me this, Mo. We're in the grocery store, okay? And
As we normally are
yeah,
together at the
we
grocery
shop
store.
together. We're shoppy boys, and we're shopping.
We're just shopping for stuff. Yeah.
And so there's something real low. It's on the bottom shelf, and you're like, "Geez, it's a low reach." And then you're like, "Excuse me, my friend Keith, can you reach that for me? It's pretty low." And I go, "I thought you'd never ask." And then I grab that for you. I dust it off because it gets dusty down there.
It does get dusty.
Oh, it get
on
the bottom shelf
shelf.
is dusty
Dusty.
because that's where all the feet are, man. That's where feet hang out. They hang out at the bottom shelf.
That's where they do.
You're not seeing feet up
No, you can't.
up here.
Doesn't look right. Doesn't
No,
look good.
feet are down, feet aren't up. And yeah, so I'll dust it off. You know, I might even sneeze. I got allergies
Yeah.
to dust,
And I appreciate your sacrifice.
and I would do that for you.
Well, you know what? It's different because if we go to the grocery store together, we're a team. We're together.
We are a team. What's our
you
team
want
called?
me to you want me to go high shelf, you go low shelf, we figure it out. We got that. But like, you know, randoms, it's just weird. To me, it's not the asking sometimes, it's the entitlement. Cuz it's not like I've had someone like tap my shoulder and be like, "Can you please grab?" Like not even like how are you, you know? Not even like a little introduction. Grab. Pick it up. Can you get for me?
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm like, And you can't say no
like an Eastern
because
Bloc
I'm
guy.
a young man. I can't say no.
Hmm.
I'll go get it. Yes, master. I'll go get it for you. But like,
I didn't say that, but yeah. Where's the butt? Okay.
yeah. But no, I'll do it. But it's like I don't know. I don't appreciate it sometimes because like leave me alone because I don't want to talk to people when I'm in public half the time, man.
It sucks getting asked to do things by strangers sometimes, especially when it's like so. I mean, asking someone to reach something and you're right there, that's like a very small ask. That's not a big ask.
It's the entitlement. Why are you gonna like wait? Like
I don't know.
If I wasn't walking by, would you have just accepted not getting it?
Yeah.
Then why?
Why
not just accept not getting
Well,
it?
because I don't want to walk all the way across the store to like ask someone. Like I had to do it once. I had to like with a couple maybe 2-3 years ago. I had to do this. I remember I had to actually ask someone in the store to reach something for me, and I go, "Why is this all the way up there?" I was like, "That's insane! Like you'd have to be you have to be like 6'2" to reach that." Like. I'm like, this is nuts. You're losing out on sales over here.
I can imagine.
And I'm like, and the guy, he was pissed. He's like, well, it normally goes down here. This is more back stock up here. I was like, yeah, that is back stock. So make sure that the stock is down where it should be with the food. The matching food.
Granted, all these complaints could be resolved if these fucking grocery stores just had reasonable shelving, right? Put
Reasonable
everything in
shelving
reasonable
or
places.
a step stool floating around for anyone to use.
I think
That's-
somebody who's 5 foot, whatever, should be able to reach anything out there. That should
I
be the
think
should be
so.
the whatever the
I think
the
so.
standard, you know. And
Because just think about me. I mean, like I'm no bigger than your average little old lady. So I feel like any little old lady or me should be able to reach things on a grocery shelf.
And granted, obviously I'm joking. Like, I will gladly help people. It's just the responsibility of tall people. We're given so much responsibility, man. It's sad, the society, and we get none of the benefits. Go on a flight as a tall person you're gonna be uncomfy. You probably are comfy everywhere you sit, everywhere you go.
You know
you're probably
what, Mo?
comfy.
I'm very comfortable on flights. I'm glad you asked.
Comfortable on flights, comfortable in trains, comfortable in buses.
Honestly,
you can ride a horse. I can't.
I
can never ride a horse.
I find first class seats to be quite big, so I try to stay away from those. I'm sorry about your non-horse riding abilities, though. That's too bad.
Can't ride a horse.
You know that that's a shame.
Crying.
You can't be an equestrian.
I can't. Just absolutely.
I thought of another.
Racist.
I thought of another good. This actually just happened today. Another good stranger asking me something that I have no.
Did you shank him?
I did with my words. So this guy is trying to get the attention of the people who work in the space next to ours in the park, the office park I work in, the next place over. They had like their gate was open, and this guy, I saw him pull up, and I hear him yelling, "Anybody there? Anybody there? Hello? Anybody there? Anybody there?" He kept saying "anybody there" into a bit like an empty room for a while. And I'm like, is this guy going to give up eventually? What is he doing? What does he think people are going to materialize? Like, there's nobody there. There's no one. So just go leave. You know what I mean? And I'm like, this is so weird. And then this is like 5 minutes go by of like him asking into into an empty office space if anyone's there. And he comes over to my door and he knocks. He goes, "Hey, do you know if anyone's next door?" And I'm like, really?
Probably not.
I wanted to be like, I heard you yelling for 5 minutes. I don't know. That's a pretty good indicator. I feel like you would know better than me. He's like, do they usually hang out there? I'm like, I mean, I see him pull up and go in. It's a different business. I don't know. I don't really talk to him. That's just a different place. And the guy just was like, oh my God. Like, are you sure? You don't know anything? You don't know? I'm like, dude, if I knock on your neighbor's door and they're not home, do I go to your house and say, hey, do you know what your neighbor is? That's the weirdest thing ever.
So weird. Dude, I don't know.
You know what kind of car he drove?
What?
A Lexus. Entitled.
That explains it.
Entitlement. We're talking entitlement here.
You know, so was that a business that people go to visit? Like
Never.
So it's like, that's an office building or whatnot.
It's industrial.
What
park.
was he there for?
Well, it's a business he was trying to do business with, a personal business.
So he didn't call ahead.
He was trying to call. He's like, I can't get in touch with anybody.
So
like,
first off, it's 2023.
It's 2023.
If you call a place and they don't pick up, you don't just go there.
Yeah, what are you?
What do we need? That's not the doctor's office. You don't just go to there. I'm gonna hide the button.
I hope the button.
My phone fell out. He's looking at the button. He
the
got so excited. Yeah. I'm gonna delete that app. That's causing problems. But no, like, I just don't get it, man. Like, okay, at my office building, sometimes customers visit us, and what happened is a long time ago, one of the other offices closed down, and a lot of people drive out there. And they try to go to that other office, a separate business.
Yeah.
And they always knock on our door or bother someone in the office.
Yeah.
And they're like, what happened to that Liberty Mutual building that was here?
Yeah.
And we're just like, they've been gone since the pandemic. I'm sorry.
They're dead.
And they're like,
nobody
I
cares.
tried calling like a lot, so I thought I would just visit the office. And I'm like, so you called them. They didn't pick up, and you're here. And, like, I thought for the longest time, like, Google was showing that this office was still here. No, Google's not showing it. They just knew the office was there at one point, never Googled it, never looked it up, and just drove out to go to this place to handle what type of business. And I'm just like, it's 2023, people. Just Google. Just Google it. Find out what's going on.
Would you just Google it?
Just Google it. Or if you call, like, hey, ask, like, you're going to get to somebody. Every business has an 800 number. If you wait long enough, you can get to somebody.
Sure.
Who'll give you an idea.
And
Rant
like,
over. It's stupid. But
you got a Lexus, dude. Get your butler to call, you know?
Yeah. Or, well...
Have your butler show up.
I will say, for 5-10 minutes, this guy was saying, "Is anyone there? Is anyone
Yeah,
there?"
yeah,
and then he
yeah.
goes to you.
Yeah, it was wild.
He doesn't
It was
deserve
so.
a Lexus.
It was so weird.
It's like, how
it
stupid
could have
can
been
you get?
stolen. I don't know.
It could have been stolen. I thought Lexus drivers are supposed to be better than that.
They're supposed to be better people. You
Yeah,
know?
their farts are supposed to smell like
Not today.
lavender.
I thought like leather interior.
I would kill for a Lexus, man. I'm looking for a Toyota.
Yeah,
Yeah, a Toyota.
not a fan. They treated me like crap, and now they're dead to me. I'll never buy a Toyota. You hear me, Toyota? You effed with the wrong man.
Fucked with the mark.
Yeah, you lost out on some dough. You lost out on a RAV4 sale.
I think how many billions of dollars did they make?
I don't care.
600 billion?
I hope they go bankrupt. I hope every Toyota just falls
Just
apart.
nuking ad revenue for this.
Ad revenue? No. You're not worried about. There's no one.
I like Toyota, man. They're a great brand. Honda's
Shut
a good
up.
brand.
You're brainwashed over there. You're totally brainwashed.
You buy American-made cars.
Only.
Yeah, clown cars because you can fit in them.
That's right.
You rolling.
Yeah.
Um,
What do you roll around on?
I have a car, and you know that's a touchy subject.
Yeah. Yeah. On a. I don't even know, a tricycle. What do you ride around on?
I ride around.
You should get a sports car.
I can't fit in a sports car.
That's why you should get it. That's why it'd be funny.
So I can't.
I want you to get in a car where if you sit in it, like your head comes out of the moon roof. You know.
I did learn to drive in a sports car when I was younger. Or like sort of a sports car.
You ever been in a like a convertible and then a bug goes into your mouth?
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah. You ever get a bug in your mouth?
No,
Okay.
I have like cleaned. So I was in Wisconsin not too long ago.
Shout out Wisconsin.
Shout out Wisconsin. Shout out Culver's. If you know, you know.
Shout
Culver's
out
so good.
Shout out cheese.
Cheese curds.
Shout out Green Bay Packers.
So, like, it's a big agricultural thing, you know? So, like, you drive around rural Wisconsin enough, your grill will just be slathered in insect protein.
Ooh, I love the term slathered when referring to bugs.
Dude, I'm not... I did 3,000 miles there over the course of, like, 3 weeks, and I went to go look at the grill of my rental car.
Oh, my God.
Like,
don't even... Stop right there. Wait, no, go ahead.
you could literally grab it and make a patty of, like...
Did you make one?
Of, like, insects.
Did you make one?
Yeah, of course. I fried it up.
Fried it up.
It was good. Actually, that Wisconsin trip is crazy. It makes you think about a story. Can I tell you a story?
I would... Oh, my God. Tell me one.
Okay, you're crisscross applesauce.
I'm
for
crisscross
my story.
applesauce. You can't see it, but I'm crisscrossing.
Story time!
Let's go.
So at the time, I was there for work, and I was I met up with a customer in like the boonies, and
Boondoggles.
the boonies, man. This was country.
Yeah.
Country.
Yes.
So this guy was the nicest guy in the world, and
Doubt it, but okay, go ahead.
he had I was working and I met him, and he lived in like a shack in rural Wisconsin. This
Sounds
is
like my kind of guy.
no signal, right? And I shake his hand. I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" He's like, "How are you, buddy?" And for the entire time I'm there, he's right next to me talking.
I thought wait. I thought you were gonna say, in the entire time that he was there, he was trying to get me to go into his shack.
He actually did try to get me to go into his preparing the button for myself. So no, he tried to get me into his garage a few times, but
Yeah.
I met him and he would not leave me alone. He kept talking about his life, and I learned so much about the guy. He was really lonely. The first time I met him, he was wearing short shorts, no t-shirt, and I could see how hung he was. It was the weirdest thing.
Dude, was
in the
this
world.
guy
He
my
was
dad?
He
What?
was like 60 years old. And he walks out and he says, "How are you, buddy?" I'm like, "I'm good." He's like, "Really love the fact they have you working." And we're talking, and then he shares with me that a year ago his wife had died.
Yes.
His wife had died.
R.I.P. this random guy's wife.
And he
We miss
kept
you.
talking about how massive her titties were.
Oh, I love this woman.
He's like, I love her so much, and I miss her huge
her
tits.
big rack.
And he told me how he died because apparently her huge
She died?
tits killed her because she died of breast cancer.
No, why, Mo?
Yeah, fucked
Oh,
up.
why'd you have to tell me that?
Just ruined. So he told me that they were like, he basically told me they were swingers, and that they were nudists. They would
I
go
thought
to
you were
nude
talking about
beaches.
the boobs. They were swingers. I thought I was like, okay, yeah, all right. Well, you
No
know, not
comment,
everyone's
no
perfect.
comment.
Okay.
No, but he told me how he loved her. She was a very sweet woman.
Yes.
He said she kept him out of trouble, and what happened was they'd go to nude bars, and that was their like life. They'd go to nude bars, nude beaches, and she passed a year ago. And he shared how like he knew she was gonna die, right? It's cancer. You get the diagnosis.
Yes.
You go through chemo. So, like a bit before she died, it was winter, and they had a flower that couldn't bloom. So he brought it inside to nurse, and he said the last argument me and my wife had was about this flower and how it was a waste of my time to try to get this thing to bloom. So she passed, and he was still trying to get this thing to bloom, so he planted it outside to help it grow. And he shared that the same day that she passed, that flower bloomed. And a tornado had hit his home. That's why I was there.
Mm-hmm.
And the tornado had damaged a bunch of trees and a bunch of property, but the one thing that survived
Let me
was
guess.
that flower.
It was the flower.
So obviously this is a bullshit story.
Yeah, I was gonna
'Cause
say.
he's
I was
her
like,
soul
did Hassan
protector.
Minaj write this story? What's going on?
I shit you
over
not.
here?
I shit you not. This was this is a true story, and you've heard the story at an open mic before.
That's what you think.
He said this to me, and he said, I know for a fact her soul was protecting that flower.
Oh my god, this guy's
Granted, which is a
annoying.
pathetic use of your soul.
I bet you this guy didn't even have a wife.
Who knows? I believe I take everything white people tell me at face value.
I don't believe you.
Life
at
is
all.
more fun that way. I believe you don't believe me. So I'm leaving, right?
Really, nigga?
So I'm leaving, right? And I'm
Uh-huh.
backing off.
Oh, don't lose that button. We're gonna use that later.
I'm backing up, and as I'm backing up, I realize that flower is right behind me. And I'm like thinking to myself, how fucked up would it be
Really, nigga?
if I backed up into his dead white flower? How fucked up would it be? He also told me he was like a Vietnam vet, and
Oh my
like
God.
he like got stabbed a few times. He showed
That's
me a knife that he got stabbed with. Like,
Was
was
it
real
was it
weird.
a KitchenAid? What was
but so I
was it a Cuisinart knife?
no, it was like a switchblade, and
Oh my god.
I was leaving, and he said, well, wait, you don't have to go. He's like, do you want to hang out? You can go by the river. We could do some LSD by the river. And I was like, whoa. I have to leave, sir.
Whoa.
But no, that was the coolest dude I met. That was a cool trip.
I heard he was the nicest guy in the world.
He was a nice guy. He was very sweet, dude. Compared to, I met a real racist lady out there.
Yeah.
That was really bad. She was really mean.
Well,
I was like, damn.
what if you met her and she was really racist, but she was just one of the nicest people?
It's dead.
Otherwise.
I'm kidding. But
What if you convinced her? I think I think she really got to know you, I think you could probably get her to flip the script a little bit.
I have been called someone's favorite black person before.
Something to be proud of. Would you believe it if I told you I have also been called someone's favorite black person?
Really, nigga?
Yep.
I'd believe it. Yeah, Keith. Keith, I feel like would you respect black if you could respect? You know, would you roll
Respect
black
to black?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
that's the right answer.
Yeah.
I don't think you should.
Maybe ask me again in 20 years.
Yeah, I'd always pick black again.
Who's gonna pick? I don't know. Why would you pick something else?
Maybe Korean. I'd be tempted to be Korean.
Really?
Yeah, man.
What about Russian?
No. Famines? Nah, not me. I don't believe in famines.
Yeah, but they got good genes, though.
I do. They got good genes. Great culture. Shout out Russia.
Dude, shout out Russia. Government might be a little funky, but
Or dude, be Samoan. I'd be. Would you be Samoan for a day?
for a day, I'd be every race for a day.
Nah, come on.
Why
Really?
wouldn't I want to try them all on?
You try everyone.
Why wouldn't I? If you could be if you could be every race, if you could just try it on for size, it might be fun to try them all on, see what's up.
I wouldn't want to be white because I don't think I could handle white guilt. I couldn't handle it. I don't think I'd lose it. I'd be like, oh my god.
It is
for
weird.
real?
White guilt is weird, but yeah, I mean, you'd probably get over it.
I wouldn't be able to navigate it.
But it's not like you walk around all day being like white guilt, like, and just like black people don't walk around all day being like racism.
Oh, we do.
Do you?
We all the time.
I don't believe you, but okay.
We're like racism.
Racism.
White people are like, well, I earned this.
I didn't do anything.
Well, NPCs, I like how black people are racism. I earned it.
We were here first.
Oh, man, you know, when you get to the top of the hill, do you really look down? Do you? I don't know, man. I don't think about. I always say, I said in earlier podcasts, I always joke about race, but I always give people the benefit of the doubt.
I know you don't. It is crazy how racist, like, or how much racism is just out there. It's just going on.
There's a lot of it.
I don't feel like I see a lot of racism, which is good. I mean, in my personal life.
Hey, stop that.
I'd be like, hey, man, why would you say that thing about those people? That's weird.
Do you remember bullying PSAs back in the day? And they used to be like, don't be a bully.
Yes.
But also, what's worse than a bully? A bystander. They were like, don't be a bystander. Be the person that goes, hey, stop that!
I'm too small to not be a bystander, though. That's the problem. That's my only option. It's like, do you want to bystand or do you want to get killed?
Keith, I feel like you've said before, you're willing to fight. You're willing to defend yourself.
Well, I'm willing to defend.
Go full spider monkey.
I'll go insane on someone who tries to mess with me. If someone tries
but
to
if they try to mess with black people.
If they just try to mess with other people, I'm not going to get involved because I can't give up my body. Yeah, I can't give up. I'm not giving up this little body for, just anything. I can't do it.
This sweet little body.
It's fight or flight, If I have to fight, I'm going to fight, and it's going to be crazy.
Dude, I'm a pussy. I would always pick.
But have you seen little people wrestling?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of micro wrestling.
Yeah, it's quick, it's fast. They're flinging it so quick, and that's kind of what I got in me. I have the fire in me, and I turn into a little micro wrestler, and I just start going cuckoo on people.
You just start losing it.
Oh, I'll go nutty on a guy. He's like, who is this insane little bastard? He's nipping at me.
Dude, if there are any small guys who are worried, who are scared, who don't believe in themselves, just remember, one of the scariest things in the world, Keith Heber, and chimpanzees, dude. Have you seen small little chimpanzees are scarier than a motherfucker?
I will pull your arm out of
rip your fucking face off.
I'll take your face off. I'll rip your arm out of its socket, and then I'll beat you over the head with it.
Yeah.
If you mess with me, otherwise I'm cool.
Yeah. Otherwise, we can grab a beer and just chill.
I'm kicking it, man. I'm kicking my feet
up.
up.
But if you're a racist,
you'll probably see me walking around, maybe rubbing my lower back because I got back problems. Because I have such huge tits. And it's part of life.
Get cancer.
But I'll fight if I have to, and it's not going to be pretty. I mean, if someone tries messing with me, it's not going to be cool.
Dude, one thing I know we're all just joking, but one thing I don't understand is like being our age, and like being somebody who's like actively looking to fight someone else.
Oh,
is bizarre to me. Because we're like, you are in your 30s. I'm in my like late 20s.
I'm in my late 30s.
And like, dude, I'm not fighting anyone. I'm not getting jail time or anything. Like,
No, I don't
I'm
want
not
to.
doing
Oh,
any
you
of
don't
that.
want to get. I can tell you don't want to. You're like a huge, big time law abiding citizen. You're the most law abiding guy I've ever met.
Oh, dude, word, really?
Yeah,
So
you're
cute.
very law abiding.
But no, just
Was that on
general.
your Tinder profile
It
when
was.
you met your girlfriend?
That's how like white
My name's
people
Mo.
feel
I'm
more
very.
comfortable with you.
I abide all the laws. I'm a law guy.
I'm
a big
I'm
rule-
a respectable citizen.
I'm a big rule follower. I never push the button. You know what I'm
I
talking
love
about?
rules, dude.
You're a big old rules guy.
I'm a rule follower.
Your mom taught you well.
Dude, my mom was just like, "Hey, they're gonna put you in prison for a long time if you misbehave."
I like that your mom gave you that.
Give me that bit.
That's
Just
a
a
good
little
life.
bit of obedience.
Yeah, she really
No,
struck
for
fear
real
in
though.
you.
Like, who goes around like at that big age and goes like into a bar fight or like it's just like you're
Oh,
that's jail time.
well,
and
I mean, you've
pain.
probably been in jail if you're doing that. I
Yeah.
mean, you're not a good person if you're getting in fights with people over dumb stuff in a bar.
It's the dumbest thing.
You're not a good person. We don't need you in society. You
Dude,
know?
don't get me wrong. Like, I got into fights as a kid. I feel like after...
If you're defending something that needs to be defended, cool. But if you're just like, hey, I can't believe you looked at my girlfriend for half a second, you know,
That's the
it's like,
dumbest
what
thing.
are you doing? Are you that insecure? Yeah.
And there are so many better ways to de-escalate things. Like, even if you're defending someone, like, violence is a last resort. Just because, like, first off, you never know, like, if you hit someone the wrong way or, like, you push them, even pushing them, they knock their head, you could kill someone by accident.
That's right. I love the you coulds. You gotta,
could.
and your mom probably taught you all those.
Well, you know, I think what taught me restraint is I actually, when I was a kid,
I killed someone.
I murdered them.
I murdered about 6 people, and I was like, geez, that felt wrong.
You know what happened? They gave me a titty twister, and that just set me off.
You're like, I actually titty twisted the guy back
To death. Yeah. To death. And I bit it off. Fucking spit in his face.
I did a spitty titty. Watch out.
Did only a couple months in juvie, but no, I just think it's like you have to learn how, like, as an adult, like I think there are very few things I can't talk my way out of. If I have to fight, I'll fight, but there have been so many times where I've gotten escalated with people and I've just talked my way out of it.
Yeah.
Like, just like, hey man, let's just chill.
Yeah.
Let's all get along.
Yeah. You do your Bill Clinton impression,
I do.
and they fall in love immediately.
Yeah, or like I've had someone like bump into me and be like, "Bro, do you want to fight?" And I think my question was, "Do you want to?" And he's like, "Not really." Then I was like, "Okay, not me neither." We walked away.
Yeah. Well, I think it's pretty easy for you to get out of things.
I'm a pretty big guy. That's the thing too. I had a joke once about.
I mean,
how...
you look everywhere you go. You look like you work there as a security guard. That's
happens to me all the time.
You are
New Year's Eve,
constantly
all the time.
there. You have security guard body.
But the thing about me is, dude, like, I don't think I'm the toughest guy in the world, but I think, like, people don't want to fight me because of how big I am.
Right.
And it's like, what if he falls on me? Like, what if he sweats on me?
What if he dies the wrong way and then I die because of it because he crushes me to death?
Like, a lot of people are like, that's a lot of meat to beat right there.
That is.
too much meat to beat.
You're a big bag of meat. You know?
Damn, I'm lovable, though.
Yeah. You don't want to be. You don't want to be a security guy.
No, dude. Honestly, the nicest folks I've met, dude, bouncers treat me well because I feel like they're like, if I need backup, that's him. Like, they're gonna be like, that dude will help me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
nope.
Have you ever had to throw a guy into the street?
No,
Yeah.
no. I've never, I think the only thing I've ever had to do, I think the closest I've been to like a violent altercation in my like 20s was, there was this one dude who was acting just a little too familiar with one of my friends. So I had to like stand between him and her. And I think I scared him way more than like I needed to be. Like, he was kind of like, fuck, where did you
Yeah.
come from, mister? But I don't know. Dudes can be creepy sometimes. Like, I
No.
would be terrified.
No way.
I would be terrified to be a woman, dude.
No, man.
Terrified.
All dudes are very respectable, and they never do anything creepy or weird, and they never follow you home. It just doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
Nope. You never you never do that.
Never do that. Well, do you remember, like, there is, like, this idea of, like, oh, you gotta wear a woman down, you know, just follow her around. Just
That's
keep,
the key to love, is
pursuing her.
wear her down.
But that is, like, so dangerous.
Is
so
it?
Weird, you know? So
What?
weird. We can't believe they do that, man. I want to defend all women. I want to be your knight. But no.
Mo Awale, defender of women.
Defender of the women.
You should wear a cape, man.
Yeah, it would be a white cape with a white hoodie, with like just a little bit of, you know. You ever fire a gun before?
Why?
Just curious.
Just a BB gun.
BB gun. I was thinking about becoming a gun owner, you know, since the world is ending.
Nice. I don't know that it's gonna do much for you if the world's ending, but
Yeah, not like a pistol, but an AR. You know, I just don't want to die with like a 1-to-1 KD. You know, I want to die with a 1-to-1 KD. I don't want to die with like a 0 KD. You know, I just don't want to like.
I think I want to die with a 0.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because then I never had to do that.
I don't know, man. I'm not gonna fucking
Dude,
go out like that.
Okay, I'll tell you this. I don't want to. I want to get through life without having to kill a person. That'd be a cool way to.
Even if they're trying to kill you,
Well,
you're gonna go out like that.
I would like that not to happen either. So my whole thing is I'd like to not have that happen, and also like to not have to kill
the point of a
anyone.
hypothetical is to get your answer in the hypothetical, right?
Well, let me put it
So,
this way.
Men storm this room to shoot and kill you.
Yeah.
Would you rather one of them go with you?
Oh
or
no, I'm
you
going.
live?
I'm
or-
going full spider monkey. I will bite out their throat, and then I will use that to strangle the other guy. I'll strangle him with the other guy's
Super
throat.
Spider Monkey 3.
I'll go so insane. There's gonna be an unrecognizable mess. Yeah, no, there'll be a theme song playing. But let me put it this way. So, I used to live in this apartment that had a mouse problem, and
I like killing
it
mice.
took a lot of denial, like going through a lot of denial, and then a lot of like, I'm up late at night in the living room and I hear noises in the kitchen. It sounds like somebody's doing dishes and no one is. And I'm like, why are the dishes moving right now? And I'm like, it's probably just a nice friendly ghost. I'm sure that's what's happening in the other room. So I was in
Casper the Good
denial.
Roommate.
I'm in denial. And then all of a sudden you start seeing little mouse turds around the toaster and you're like, oh, damn it. I got to get traps, you know? So I go to the hardware store. I get some traps, right? I set them up.
Jeez, peanut
I'm
butter
sitting-
was the bait.
They were pre-baited. They got ones that already smell like fruit, so they just go to them. So anyway, I didn't have to bait them, but I'm sitting in the living room like after I set the traps, maybe 15, 20 minutes goes by, hear a trap go off, and then something inside of me, I was like, oh my god, that was a life ending. I was like, I just killed something and it has hair. Like, it's just weird to think I killed a thing that had hair on it. I was like, you know? And I go over there, I see this dead mouse, and I'm like, oh, it's so cute.
Dude, you're such a pussy.
Such a
really?
cute mouse.
mouse?
It was a cute looking mouse. I was like, yeah, well, what were you doing in my house?
You killed Jerry.
And then by the time I had about 13 on the, I kept doing a notch every time.
You kept count?
I kept count. I want to know what my count is. You got to know your count.
You gotta know your KD.
Yeah, so my mouse KD has been 13-0 so far.
Sweet.
Minimum. I think it actually probably more like 18.
You should really.
There's a
proud
lot
of
a lot of mice in that house.
I didn't know if I killed that many, but I had a similar situation, and I had the opposite reaction. I had such a thrill every time they died because I was so
Well,
happy.
eventually you do, it turns, but the first one you're like, oh my god, and then I gotta deal with it. Like, is it still gonna be alive in there? And there's all these, you know, because like you don't want to have a ghost mouse. All
I
right.
swear to God, sometimes I was asleep, and the first time the trap came out, the first time I heard the trap, I went out to go see, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And then I went back to sleep. And every other night, when I heard the trap go, psh, I just smiled. And I swear to God,
Well, no,
I hate mice
I hate
so
them. No,
much.
I totally
Feels so
no.
good
It's
when
good
they
to get
die.
rid of them. No, it's good.
So
It is good
good.
to get rid of them.
Fuck mice,
The
dude.
first one's weird.
Not for me. I was so I'd seen its fucking dead body, and I would put like little peanut butter.
Did you eat them? I put a little peanut butter on them.
No, the trap though was little Skippy's peanut butter. That's the trick.
Shout out Skippy.
Shout out Skippies, and they would fucking die. So one time I got two. Have you gotten two in a row? Two in the same
once?
trap. Two at the same trap. That's a
No,
fucking,
that's. I mean, that might be a Guinness Book of World Records.
Because I think I got more satisfaction out of it because I originally tried doing the poison route, and the poison doesn't work. You have to do the manual. If you have mice, you do the manual, kill them with the thing. It's more humane, I think.
Yeah, no,
Also,
they die quick.
They die quick. The poison, it's the idea is like they grab the poison, they take it back to their home, and they die. But that doesn't work. I tried the poison. They were too smart for the poison. They never touched it. It's fucking green. Why would you eat it? A little peanut butter, little bit of brown peanut butter, snap.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, oh my god, I would sleep at night and hear, psh, psh. I'm like, yes.
Well, so after all that, so it went on for a while. We had these mice, and then one night I'm brushing my teeth in the bathroom. I have all the lights off. It's just like a night light in the bathroom, whatever. And then all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I see one, and it like it was like a second. This thing shot across the floor, and then actually bumped into my foot, and I flipped. My leg shot so hard up, like I smashed my leg off of the sink, and I was like, oh, like, and then I was like, oh my god, where'd it go? And there was the mouse hole. It was right between the sink and the shower.
Did you pump it full of gas?
So I was like, yo, landlord, could you toss a little something over that? And then once he put that cover up, gone. You ever had any other rodents in your house?
No.
I had a raccoon too at that place.
You had a raccoon?
Dude,
You had a little
that was
coon?
the other. So that was the first weird thing we had. I was just like, in denial. I'm like, oh, what is that? A cat upstairs? It's just a cat scratching around. What's going on? There's a cat up there, and we always hear this little rustling going on. I'm like, what is that? That's weird. And then after a while, we're like, there's something in the walls. There's something going on. And then one day we're out doing yard work.
Really, nigga?
Really. And so I go back in to get some drinks, me and the lady, just have a little hydration, really. And then I'm like, I hear this loud, like, breathing sound.
Really, nigga?
Really. And I noticed there's a hole on the wall. There's like a big hole. Okay. I think you've reached the RN card. I think you've played the RN card.
Mine's unlimited.
Is it? I don't know. I've heard you talk. And so this I don't know if you guys know about this. Like, if you got a wood stove, there's a pipe that'll go into the wall, and then eventually people were like, we don't need a wood stove anymore. It's not the 1800s. Because people would cook on, it was in the kitchen wood stove.
Yeah, when I was growing up, my wood stove was always a piece of shit. Yeah, I know.
So they cover it up. There's like a plate, like a circular metal plate. You've probably seen it. Looks like almost like a paper plate. It would be on the wall. And so this thing had popped off. And so I just saw the hole in the wall. And I see the thing, and I look. I'm like slowly looking around, and I see this little body. I see a little raccoon, a baby raccoon, sleeping right in the little nook in the wall, and I just see this little body breathing, and I'm like, oh my god, that is a raccoon. What do I do? And I go outside. I'm like, Amy, there's a raccoon in the kitchen. What do we do? And she's like, oh my god. So she comes inside, and we look, and we see this raccoon, and she looks in, and she sees the mama pop up too from behind. The mom was like, ah, and so I'm like, oh my god, I don't want these raccoons in the house. So I just take the plate and I just put it back. I'm holding it because it's done. It won't stick. It's not going. It's not staying there. It's just, you have to hold it there. So I'm literally holding it there, calling the landlord. I'm calling like animal control, all these people, and I'm just like, hey, we got a raccoon. What do we do? I need help. And they're like, well, we could take the baby and maybe the mother, but almost certainly there's other babies all throughout your walls. There's probably a bunch of babies. And he said, if we take the mom, the baby raccoons aren't going to have food and they're all going to die. And it's going to smell really bad in your apartment. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Well,
So you have to raise some baby raccoons.
I'm like, well, what? He's like, well, what's probably going to happen is they're probably going to eventually just leave. And you probably should just wait till they leave. And then, no kidding, like 3 hours later, I'm sitting on the porch in front of my house, and I hear this like scratching, and all of a sudden I see the mama raccoon with a baby raccoon in her mouth crawling down the side of my house, and then jumps down off the deck, off the porch, and then just goes out to some neighbor's yard with this baby raccoon. And I was like, holy crap. And then a few minutes later, I hear a loud thump, and then I see a branch swinging, and I'm like, what the hell? And then another couple minutes goes by. She grabs another baby raccoon, comes down with another baby. This happened 5 times. They got this mama raccoon grabbed these baby raccoons, and then because we watched her, she was going up this tree, big tree, jumps onto the roof, and then went into the chimney. And then she pulled them all out one by one, that within a few hours.
So you evicted a family of raccoons.
Well, it got out. It was like, we can't be here. They know we're here now. We need to leave.
It's crazy though, because like raccoons are wild animals, and people don't treat them that way sometimes. Because I was at Back Bay. I was walking Back Bay, and it was like broad daylight, and there was a raccoon on the tree just chilling. It was a fat raccoon just chilling, and there were swarms of people surrounding the tree. Like, is he okay? Can he calm down? And it's like,
were all those people white by any chance?
Yeah, they were the whitest people.
The whitest people around. Were they like, hey, do you know any really white people that we can come? Do you want to go look? They were on the next door app. They're like,
fresh from Utah white.
we got a raccoon. We got a raccoon up in a tree. We need to make sure it's okay.
They just came. It somehow it got on the Facebook feed, and they all came. And I'm just like walking by, and I'm like, it'll come down. And they're like, we're worried it's not gonna have food and water. I'm like, it's chilling. It's a hot day. It's chilling, and it's in the shade, just vibing. And they're like, we need to call animal control. And like someone calls animal control, and I can hear animal control going, chill the fuck out and leave the raccoon alone.
Yeah.
People are weird about animals sometimes, man. You just gotta let them chill.
You do. You just gotta let them chill. And my favorite one is like I have an uncle that used to be a fire chief, and they get the calls about the cat in the tree or whatever, and then you just hear like, well, have you ever seen a cat skeleton up in a tree? Like, they get down. They know how to get down. It's like so funny that people feel the need to call when an animal is just chilling.
I feel like it's all from like Arthur and like.
Thanks,
cartoons,
Arthur.
so,
Thanks, cartoons.
The fire department needs to come.
Isn't that fun? They're like, how can we teach kids about fires without a big budget? Well, let's just put an animal in a tree, and it's that you call the fire department.
Did you ever visit a fire department as a kid?
Yeah, I did the hose.
Classic, yeah. Going down the pole.
I went down the pole.
Yeah.
That was my first time on the pole.
My first and last time on the pole.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice, man. That's sick. Yeah, I remember that was the fire department's cool, man. Everyone loves firefighters.
Everyone, dude. Everyone vibes with firefighters. Give me a thin red line flag. I'll hang it up.
All right, I'll give you one.
I'll hang
Get
up
you the thin
red line, dude. Honestly, though, like we should have more respect for like firefighters and all like first responders. Like,
oh yeah, if there's one thing you get out of this episode of Mo Keith Time, it's we need to have a little more respect.
Respect the firefighters
for the first responders out there. I've met some cool ones. Firefighters that's a wild job.
They were the best customers at the grocery store back in the day because they would come in early in the morning, and the only thing that sucked is firefighters always split up their like tab because they're buying food for like their shifts for a while.
Sure.
They really A lot of firefighters are kind of either like there are very few career firefighters. I think most of them are volunteers, and they're just retired dudes that are bros. Like a lot of firefighters are just like bros chilling, who want to serve a better good because they don't pay well, and it's hard to be like a firefighter. But they would come in and they always split the payment, so it would always be like a $300 grocery bill, and they'd split it up like 5 ways. So it was always a pain. It'd be like, yeah, you pay your share. Yeah, you pay your share. But they were always the nicest dudes. They bagged all their shit up. They were always like friendly. Like it was always. I always enjoyed the firefighters coming through. But they ate a lot. They got a lot of food.
Yeah.
And it was always like one Italian dude leading the march. Like, yeah, we got some rigatoni here. We're getting all everything together. It's gonna be a lasagna time at the firehouse. You want to come, Mo? You want to hang out with us?
Yeah, did you want to hang out?
Yes, I do.
We
hang out with millions. We do.
It's so true. It's really true.
At least my experience.
I would love to, next time I see a firefighter, I'm gonna
salute him.
I'll do a little firefighter salute. I'm gonna do a little salute for you guys tonight, because I couldn't be there tonight, so I'm gonna do a little salute for you guys tonight.
All night. I lived across the street from firefighters too. They were all chill.
Did they have like a little? Was it like a little frat house?
It was a little frat house.
Dude, it's a wild job. It's a wild job. They work crazy shifts.
Yeah.
I think they work like 48 hours in a row.
48 hours on, 48 hours off.
No, I think it's 48 hours on, right, and then just 5 days off.
Oh, that's weird. I think a lot work 3 off, 3 on.
It might be that. It might be like 3 off, 2 on. Two off.
And what sucks too is like sometimes they have to go to calls like just to help because they're also ambulances and EMS too. So
yeah,
they have to drive those trucks in like weird neighborhoods.
You gotta see gnarly stuff if you're a firefighter.
But yeah, everyone fucks with firefighters, EMS. Nobody like the police. It's like it's tough. I don't know. Like I've had like positive encounters. Like, I've never had, like, a really bad encounter with a cop. I hope I never have to. Yeah. Like, I know that doesn't mean anything because it's, like, anecdotal. And, like, statistically, there are a lot of cops who are fucking up. But, like, in Maine, like, the one time I was racially profiled at a Walmart, the cops were mad at the security guard who racially profiled. They were like, this guy's wasting our fucking time.
Yeah.
He's not even the right black guy.
Right, that's right.
But it's, like, I don't know.
Yeah, we talked about that on a previous episode.
Yeah, you can listen to that whole story.
Yeah, you can listen to that whole story. You can go back, and if you haven't had enough Mo Keith time, there's even Mo Keith and Mo time for you.
Yeah.
But thanks for tuning in, and we're going to see y'all on the next one.
Follow me on OnlyFans. You can see my wiener.
Oh, yeah. We got any plugs?
So many plugs. I'm doing a show on Friday, but this won't air.
Yeah.
By then.
All right. Well, that's cool. I'll be up in Bangor.
Bangor.
I'm headlining Bangor Brewing on October 28th, and then I will be actually at this Friday. I'll be at the Colisee Club in Lewiston. So if you want to come to that, love to see you there. I thought that was
next Friday.
Well, it's. When they're seeing that, it's going to be this Friday. It's just doing a little behind the curtains over
I'll be at that same show.
Yeah, you can come see Mo and Keith.
At Mo Keith time.
Mo Keith time. We're doing our first show together after the podcast.
right after the podcast.
We'll see y'all soon.